All right, it's 6:30 and we'll get this meeting brought to order. Please rise for the flag. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I guess you do need your microphone then. All right, so we've got Mr. Taylor's running a little late. I would think that we probably want to wait for him for the nomination.
He's on his way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can we go do something else? Or do you just want to wait?
Well, I'm okay with,
Moving around.
well, hold on a second.
You could just.
I thought we were talking, well, in your packets, you'll see some policies. I requested that, 202 is just to go over what school board officers are. And in our organization, we know that Mr. Tollefson helps us with the meeting minutes that the clerk, it's under the clerk stuff. And then also helps with reports and stuff that the treasurer does, so I just wanted to point those things out. Code of ethics, I know it's been a discussion the last few years that we'd like to just make sure we review that every year at our reorganization meeting, because it does help all of us to remind us of things. It's a very good policy, I feel, and has a lot of good information in there for all of us. And then, policy 213, I just happened to be doing something. I don't even remember why. It must have been after the reorganization MSBA meeting that I attended. They must have been talking about committees. So some school districts do it at this meeting, and we normally do it in the end of June to start July. But I reviewed this policy and I thought, I've never seen this policy. I did meet with Mr. Ollie about it, and I feel we need to do some changes to it because we do have some committees that are no longer just single standing committees on there. So I did see that this was reviewed in 2021, so I believe I'm getting it added to go in February's work session. So I just wanted to bring that up to everybody's attention, that this probably needs to be reviewed and stuff.
I would agree. I like the fact that some of the committees have gone and moved into that work session because it gives us more discussion by the board without having to start with a committee, take it back to the board somehow, and then worry about open meeting laws of trying to disseminate the information. I think the work session works the best, to where those really important things like budget, for instance, everybody on the board should be included in that. So I think we should continue with that. I think we need to.
Yeah. What did we have a date that we said we were going to?
We said that we were gonna trial that for a year.
And that will be this
And
summer.
I think we were gonna look at it in April just to see how everybody's feeling about it. And that way, when that year comes up, we can decide if we're gonna continue, like that's gonna be, I would say, the new norm for Crosby-Ironton, or if it's gonna go back to what it was. But I feel everybody is, everybody likes the work session.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll have to talk about the work session, but is that, you're thinking like we need to modify this to reflect that?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, and it was the first time I've ever seen this policy. I just went off of what I was told of how things were done.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, this looks different than what I'm used to. So I just threw that in there so we could review it ahead of time and know that it's coming in February. So if you have any input on that. All right.
I'm glad to hear you like them too, because you were hesitant.
I was.
I mean, you were.
I'm all about the
Yeah,
committee
you were-
structure, but this is really
Yeah,
helpful.
you weren't hesitant about like everybody having a place, but you were hesitant about the time commitment. And so I'm happy to hear that you're like, I like this.
I do.
Yeah, yep, I think it was a good decision, so.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
The
You mean the,
work session.
no, I
versus
think they work
committees.
great. Yeah, only problem is there sometimes on nights where I have council meetings, but we'll make it work.
Yep, yep, and that will be part of discussion this evening too, so. All right, we're gonna Mr. Taylor, we were just talking about the, policies that were in our packet.
Oh, okay.
Just review them and, we'll be talking about the committee policy,
Okay.
At our February work session.
Perfect.
Thanks. All right, we'll pop back to 2, reorganization of board education. 2.1, looking for nominations for the chair.
I'd like to nominate Laura Lee for board chair once again.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Hannah Wiesner for board chair.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations for board chair? Okay, I'm not hearing any, so we will go for a vote on that.
I want to your speeches first, so.
I do not have anything prepared, Mark.
We need a second.
Well, I think this is we motion and second for the person that gets the votes. Is that how I'm understanding this?
Correct.
Okay, so now we just, I've never had to do this. So now I'm gonna need some help. We've got 2 nominations.
I think now you discuss those nominations, and then, I'm not exactly sure.
Well, we should discuss the nominations, and then basically when we're all discussing, I think then somebody makes a motion for who they think it is, and then if it gets a second, then we pull the vote. If we don't get the vote on that one, then somebody can make the motion for the other person, and if we don't get the vote on that one, then basically then we come back and start all over again.
Right.
So,
Okay,
I think, Madam Chair, typically I feel it's good to move the offices around a little bit and have new people, take their hand in it, especially after they've been on the board for a year or so, and all that. And so, in that way, that's why I kind of support Hannah. I think, it's kind of good to do that.
so I was gonna say the same thing, Barb, was the reason I brought Hannah up was, one, because I don't have time to do it. And because I think that one thing that we had with the previous board is which our board chair did an amazing job before, let me just say that. It was nothing to do with the job. But then all of a sudden, when that person decided, they weren't on the board anymore, we were literally dead in the water. And so I just felt like I'd like to see it kind of rotate, so everybody kind of does, not necessarily everybody does their turn as the board chair, but we kind of rotate it around. That way, one person doesn't get stuck in it, but then also then if all of a sudden something happens, we're not dead in the water because nobody knows what exactly there is to do. So that's the only reason that I was gonna have somebody else, so.
I appreciate what you're saying. I too live a full life, and I do not.
I tried to nominate you last year and you wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't want to do it. I think both of these candidates would be great for the job. I appreciate both of you accepting the nominations, because I don't think either of you are resistant to doing the job. Because the two of you stepping up and wanting to do this job means that neither Mark or myself have to do it.
Or Beth.
I think Beth feels the same way then.
She does.
So, I like Mark's thinking, but right now, I think we should probably go one more year with Laura at the helm and see where this goes, to tell you the truth. I think Hannah would be great at it, but I think one more year. And then that will give a great learning experience to, if you do end up stepping into it,
Yeah.
you'll have a good example of what to do.
I think I echo your thoughts, Tommy. I think you would make fantastic. You're a strong leader, and I appreciate your voice. I think there's been a lot of change for all of us this year. I think many of us are in positions of learning different roles, different positions, different voices of authority in the room, and I appreciate some continuity. And so I think I also would endorse that thought. Laura, you continuing on for another year. And then, yeah, then we consider again.
Yeah, you do it every year.
Correct.
I appreciate Mark and Barb, and I appreciate what you guys have said. I guess I really thought long and hard about it. Didn't know if it was something I wanted to pursue. To me, I feel like Rick or Mr. Ollie does a really good job about involving the whole board, so I don't really think it makes that much of a difference. I feel I bring some different qualities. I think Laura's done an amazing job, especially with like coming into it, not having any experience, and then not really having a mentor of it, and then just having all of these changes. So it's nothing against like, oh, I think you know, that you're doing bad or anything. It's just I would like a chance at it, and I think we're moving in the right direction, and I think you would do a great job if you're still it, but I still would like to throw my name out there. I just feel like we're kind of in this direction, and like I said, I agree with Mark that I think it's good to have different people in different roles, so that's all.
I've enjoyed being the board chair. I've learned a lot over the last year. I feel like I've excelled through it all. I've learned a lot on the way through, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it, so.
The only other thing I was gonna say is like, I know you really enjoyed like some of like when the representative came or something like that. Like, I don't really, that's not my cup of tea. I don't. So it's like, I feel like as a board chair, you could make your own rules. So it's like, hey, you know, Pete Stauber's coming here, you know, Laura as the representative, you know, because I think you really enjoy that. And so I think that, and I guess I feel like I excel more with, I think you've gotten better with it, but more with like communicating sometimes in conflict. I know that's hard for you to do. And so I think like, hopefully we don't have any more conflict this year. I think, you know, we have a new superintendent. We're going to have a forward, but I think that sometimes it's hard for you if there's conflict trying to. So, and that doesn't bother me. So that's all I would say. But either way, we'll be fine.
So at this time, you have a couple options. You could do a motion second and do a vote for Laura and do one for Hannah and see where it falls, but you'll need a majority vote. Otherwise, you can move down the agenda and vote again or move it to the next meeting.
Okay, all right. So, we'll just move forward and do motions, per person.
I'll make a motion to nominate Hannah for chair.
Okay, we have a motion for Hannah
Second.
and a second. And we did our discussion. So, all those in favor of Hannah say aye.
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 Opposed, say no. No.
You'll need to do a roll call then. You'll need to have each person.
Okay.
say
Yeah, it'd be a roll call vote.
Mr. Taylor?
Aye. Aye.
Mr. Sablon?
No.
Ms. Wiesner?
Aye.
Ms. Hautala?
No.
Ms. Lee?
No.
Ms. Nippern?
Yes.
We have 3 yes and 3 no's. The motion fails for lack of a majority.
Okay.
So you can move this down on the agenda and do another vote, or you can move it to the next business meeting. and you would conduct business in the meantime.
Okay, I would say that we move it down. And,
Really? That's the way it goes?
Yep.
You move it down to where, at the end of the
Can,
meeting?
can we move it past vice chair? I'd like to put vice chair below the chair. So,
Yep.
does that make sense?
I mean, chair below the vice chair.
No, I'd like to move chair and vice chair to the bottom. I'd like to decide my
Oh,
chair
do
before.
clerk and treasurer first?
I'd like to decide my chair before I decide my vice chair,
Gotcha.
so. And the reason for that is I feel like both candidates have very strong, wants to do the position, and I feel like it would be wrong for us to decide who the vice chair is without deciding who the chair is first. Because
That's a good point.
one may be one and one may be the other.
Yeah.
You could move on and do your clerk and treasurer now if you wanted.
okay. So we'll move,
I just think that that's the same thought process, because, either one would be a good chair, a good vice chair, and if all of a sudden we nominate, and I say, okay, Hannah, will you be treasurer, and she gets selected treasurer, then she can't be,
Well,
the vote
You can
can't,
deny the nomination.
yeah, you can
not
deny
accept
the
it.
nomination.
okay.
So if you nominate me
I'll
for
be
treasurer,
quiet.
I'm gonna deny it.
I like that.
I'm nominate, Tommy for clerk. Does such a great job.
We're doing the clerk?
Yeah, the clerk,
2.3.
2.3.
Can I second that?
No
second
second, no
that.
second right now.
She has to ask for nominations, so you have to say it like 3 times.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Sablon is nominated for clerk. Do I have any other nominations for clerk? Any other nominations for clerk? Hearing no other nominations, do I entertain a motion for Mr. Tommy Sablon as clerk?
Motion for clerk for Tommy Sablon.
Or second.
Any discussion?
Good job, Tommy. You're doing a good job this year.
All right, we'll roll call vote this.
Aye.
Mr. Sablon,
Aye.
Ms. Eisner,
Aye.
Ms. Hautala,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Aye.
all voting in favor. Congratulations, Tommy.
Okay.
All right, 2.4, I'm looking for nominations for treasurer.
I nominate Mark Taylor.
We have a nomination of Mark Taylor for treasurer. Do I have any other nominations for treasurer? Any other nominations for treasurer? Hearing no other nominations, do I have a motion to appoint Mark Taylor as the treasurer?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we'll have a roll call vote.
Mr. Taylor,
No.
Mr. Sablon,
Aye.
Ms. Wiesner,
Aye.
Ms. Hautala,
Aye.
Ms. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Knapper.
Aye.
Five yeses and one no.
Mr. Taylor, will you accept the position as treasurer?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. All right. So go down to 2.5 and set the official board meeting dates. Currently, our board meeting dates are, am I doing both? I don't see a separate one for our. Okay, so currently, the business meeting is scheduled for the fourth Monday of every month, with the exception of some changes in schedule due to holidays. And it's at 6:30 in the evening. Our,
We're just doing dates
Just do
first.
dates first.
oh, sorry. And then, also under our meetings is the work sessions. And that is the second Monday of every month at 5 PM. Second Monday of the month. And I don't think we've had any holiday changes, but that could always land on something. So if that affects that, we would change those to reflect that holiday. So, I'm looking for if there's any changes in dates for meetings. Second Monday and fourth Monday of the month.
So do those conflict,
No, they don't. It's just the first Monday or the first or third.
first or third?
Yeah, I
So
don't
second and
have a
fourth
conflict
still?
Second
either.
and fourth are good.
Second and fourth?
I think the dates are okay. I think we
That's
need
the
to
work
discuss
sessions.
time.
That's second, yeah, we do time. Dates, first and, or second, first and third?
Dates are
so-
okay.
Or second and fourth?
They work for me.
Okay, so just note that October 5th of '26, we would have our meeting the first Monday, because the second Monday is Indigenous People Day. So it would be the first Monday in October of 2026.
That'll be a work session, right?
That's a work session.
So I'll probably just maybe ask as we get closer if we can move that to like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll figure out times
Yeah.
after
Yep.
this. So,
And
is
as
there a?
long as there's nothing like, so this meeting, obviously, we're voting on stuff, and so if we're not, I mean, work sessions, I want to be there, obviously, for the whole session, but it's not a huge deal, because we're not voting on anything, I don't feel like I'm,
Yep.
so.
Yep. And then obviously, there's a couple for our regular business meetings due to
Holidays.
holidays. So that's the only other one. All right.
You know, typically, I'm just gonna go back to, settling our chair and vice chair. I really feel strong that needs to be settled so that the new chair, whichever it is, I'll call him new, can continue to run the rest of the meeting. I mean, that's the way it's always been. But
But if we, let's say we don't vote on it tonight, we move it to the next meeting,
we can't.
Laura would stay the
can.
same chair.
Why would we do that?
Well, I'm just saying, if we did, let's say we're in a lock, we're in a dead standstill. She would remain chair until a new chair is elected,
Okay.
or she's reelected. Yeah. So I would make a motion. Are you asking for a motion yet? About the date?
Yeah, yeah.
Interrupt you, Heidi.
Looking for a motion to have our meeting dates as the second Monday and the fourth Monday.
So move.
Second,
Discussion on that.
still works.
Yep, I think it still works. And I did see we noted, for the work sessions that they may be canceled if there's not enough sufficient agenda. So I think that.
Yep.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Need to set the official board meeting time. Currently, our work sessions are at 5 PM, and our business meetings are at 6:30, pardon me, PM. I know there's going to be discussion on the times.
Yeah, I would like to see us move back to 6 o'clock for the official board meeting. And my justification of that is, if we have to invite the principals or other team leaders here, they're not waiting around school, extra amount of time. It gives the people that have put a full day's work in a chance to get out here a little bit earlier. It's just, that's just what I think.
I'd like to see our work sessions go to 6 PM, just so that everybody is able to make it. I feel sometimes 5 is cutting it close for everybody. And just going through what we've done for the past 7-8 months, I felt like we weren't going overboard with our time. We were very cautious about the amount of time we were spending in our work sessions. So
Then it got us out of here at 7:30, and now if we go to 6, it'll be 8:30, 9 o'clock, because we've talked about having 2 to 3 hour work sessions with all the committees that were bunching into that work session to give the justification to each one that's due. We gotta have that time, and that, so it's up to the board, if you wanna leave here at 8:30 at night, or you wanna leave here at 7:30 at night. That's the way I look at it.
I'm concerned with moving firstly, with your point about the regular business meeting from 6:30 to 6. I believe the reason why we moved it to 6:30 was to make it easier on our community to attend the meetings, because they get done with work, and then it was hard for them to get to that earlier meeting. It was easier for them to get out of work, do the things they need with their kids, feed their family, whatever, and then get here for a 6:30 meeting. So I'd like to keep it at 6:30. As far as the work session, I'd like to move that later for the same reason. Maybe not 6:30, but 6 o'clock would help. There's people that come to those work sessions that possibly would miss half of it and then forego coming at all. And I like having people in the audience to be here when we're discussing some of these hardline topics. So I'd like it to be more available for our community, our district community to attend. And I think the best way to do that is keep those times balanced in that 6:30 hour. That's my thought.
I think a good compromise were some of those meetings where we have to do the,
Longer.
correct me, Bill, is it when we finalize the budget, or when we do what are some of the longer ones, like in April? Preliminary budget?
Revised budget.
The revised budget.
1 month.
So I would just, I know it's always been, maybe it's not always been, but I guess the year that I've served, that it's been like, okay, we need to set it as this, and we can't change it, because if we don't, if we change it to 6 and the community doesn't know, and then they're gonna be mad at us. I mean, there's social media, there's emails, there's so many things. I think so that we're not getting out of here at 8:30, you set those meetings, those ones would start at 5. That one meeting would start at 5. Or something, if there is a lot of things, that you have to discuss. I am fine with a 6 o'clock work session start. That does not.
Does anybody agree with making it more readily available for our community to come if we change it to 6?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Well, we were
idea.
talking about that before you came a little bit, and how a lot more people have been logging in and to the live stream and following it that way, and that they don't need to be right here, that if they really want to listen and pay attention, they can,
Yeah.
Well, I think that going later is better than going earlier. So if we change it to go to 6, I don't think that it's as big of a deal if we were talking about going back to 5. Because our public is, if they think it's 5 o'clock and it's 6, they're not gonna miss any of the meeting. But if we decide to go back to 5 from 6, then I think then we have to start thinking, okay, how much have we told the public before we change it? So I'm fine with switching it to 6. I don't think our public
For the
is-
work session or the regular meeting?
No, the work
Both.
session.
The work session.
And
Yeah,
in the-
work
and in-
sessions aren't
And in the
live
meeting,
streamed
I think
either.
we keep it 6:30. So I like Tommy's idea, so
that's fine with me. That's fine. We can stay 6:30 and go 6 work session. I'm
6:30.
with the will of the board.
Yeah, and I know, I agree with the community. I asked personally last year for us to move the meetings to 6:30, because I have biogirls on Mondays. And so that allows me to fulfill multiple obligations. And so I do like it later. And also, if I don't have biogirls, it's nice to be able to go home and eat, and then spend some time and then come back. But I do agree with you, Barb, that it is hard sometimes for our administrative and our district. And sorry, we still like you, Mr. Tolleson and Mr. Ollie, but.
Yeah, I very much appreciate them staying and making this a very long day for them. I realize that you guys are in here before everybody else in the building, and you're
Yeah.
probably working on 12 hours right now.
But I'm hoping
not more.
with the consolidation of the committees, then there's a lot less these evenings, you know what I mean? Like, there's only 2 a month versus
Yeah.
4 or 5, so.
make a motion to have 6 for work sessions, 6:30 for meetings.
Okay, I have a motion for 6:30 for business meeting and 6 o'clock for work session.
And And I'll second.
Any further discussion on that? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 2.7, set the official board salaries.
I make a motion to keep it the way it was last year.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion?
So my only question is on this paper. It says for the training workshops, it has an additional for the, bargaining mediation. Is that something that was just left out, or? I mean, it was
Nope,
asked to be added.
the training workshops are just for, the MSBA stuff that we've been doing, or any trainings that you go to.
No,
but-
the bargaining mediation session.
Yep, so those are under committee meetings. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying, so it says current rates, it says, you know, the monthly rate, the chair's rate, and then it says training workshops.
Yep.
And then the proposed rates, the training workshops, it has more, it
Yeah.
includes that bargaining.
I see what she's saying.
I just was curious,
It's different.
maybe Mr. Tolleson, you can,
Oh, I think I know where that might have come from.
Yeah,
Is that from the listing you gave us?
that was added, no. That
Okay.
was added in a prior year. It's just an oversight in the addendum.
Oh.
If you want to adopt the same as last year, that verbiage that says bargaining mediation session should be included.
oh, so it should have been before, it just was, okay.
Yep.
So does that include, like, today, we had a committee meeting?
No, it's bargaining mediation.
It's only when you have a
session, so-
mediator there?
Yep.
Okay, all right, I just want to clarify.
We rarely go into mediation. We rarely go into
Okay.
mediation.
Yeah, those could be long days.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, that's all I wanted just to clarify, because that's what I was,
Okay, so we're at keeping, status quo as it was last year. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Set the official publication. I believe currently it is the Crosby-Ironton Courier.
Make a motion to keep it the Courier.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
thanks for being here. That'd be awkward if we said we weren't gonna renew yours, and then you're here.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 2.9, set official depositories. And you'll notice that there are multiple on here, it looks like.
Motion as written.
Okay,
Second,
any discussion?
Who are all the depositors?
it's on the back of this pink sheet,
Oh,
Back of your pink sheet there.
your very end.
Just one additional correction, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
The date at the end of the very first row should be 2026. It's a typo.
Did say that.
Instead of 24?
Yep.
Okay.
things changed.
Second.
I heard you second.
Oh, sorry.
This is discussion.
We're discussing now. All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 2.10, authorize personnel to make investments and other banking transactions. That is on the same piece of paper here. And I believe it's the same people. We, obviously this year during reorg, it's changed to Mr. Rick Ollie instead.
I make a motion to.
Second.
Any
As
discussion?
it's written.
Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 2.11, membership in organizations. There are 6 there that are listed. Do I have a motion to accept those?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on them?
Are these the same as last year, Mr. Tollefson?
They are.
Okay.
Yep. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. 2.13, annual board member review. We talked about that already. Just to review policy 209. We'll go to 3, and then we'll pop back to 2.1 and 2.2. Item number 3, approve the 2026 pay equity report. That is in our packet somewhere. Is that this one? Okay. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any questions about it?
Is this something we have to accept every year?
It's a once every 3-year
Okay,
reporting
say, I don't remember
cycle.
this from last year.
Yep. And so what it is, it's historically based, we're reporting on what the currently active contracts are, or the rates of pay. And then those are put into formulas to convert them all into a uniform monthly rate at 173.3 hours per month, which is the formula mandated by the Department of Management and Budget, who implements the pay equity. So it makes it consistent across all job classes, regardless of how many hours each individual may work.
I just want to make sure that they reviewed it, or were able to review. Any other questions for Mr. Tollefson on that?
Nice work on your 24 years.
Thank you.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say no. Motion carries. We'll pop back up to 2.1, looking for nominations for chair.
I nominate Hannah Wiesner for chair.
Hannah Wiesner has been nominated for chair. Are there any other nominations?
Nominate Laura Lee.
Laura Lee has been nominated for chair. Any other nominations? Any other nominations for chair? All right, I need a motion for one of them.
Make the motion for Laura Lee.
No,
I have a motion for Laura Lee for chair.
I second.
I have a second.
didn't Mark already make a motion for Hannah?
Just motion to have her be one of the
Nomination.
nominees.
You're voting no. Yep.
Okay. This vote is for Laura Lee as chair. We'll do a roll call vote.
Mr. Taylor,
Can we go backwards?
we can go backwards. Ms. Snapperud,
No. Nothing personal.
Ms. Lee,
Yes.
Ms. Hautala,
Yes.
Ms. Wiesner,
No.
Mr. Sablon,
Yes?
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
The vote is 4 yes, 2 no.
Motion is for Laura Lee, or
Yes.
vote is Laura Lee, so Laura Lee will be your chair for the next year. Thank you. Nominations for vice chair.
I nominate Hannah Wiesner.
I have a nomination for Hannah Wiesner for vice chair. Do I have any other nomination? Any other nominations for vice chair? There's no other nominations. We'll vote. We'll do a roll call.
You got
motion.
Oh, sorry, motion,
I'll make the motion.
sorry.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, we'll do roll call.
Ms. Nyberg,
Yes.
Ms. Lee,
Yes.
Ms. Hautala,
Yes.
Ms. Wiesner,
Yes.
Mr. Sablon,
Yes.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes.
all voting in favor.
Okay. Motion carries. Welcome as vice chair, Ms. Wiesner. All right. I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Do we have a work session?
Monday.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yep,
At 6 o'clock.
yep, there we go.